DC here. Hi guys and gals. Well, it's after work. Instead of making a lunch vlog, I thought I'd make an after work lunch vlog, because I knew that we've been having fog all day, and this is like the usual road I take. It just has a really, I was going to say, a cool look when it's like this. It's even better in the morning, especially when there's kind of like, it gets cooler and there's a lot of frost and stuff like that. But right now it's one of the we're on what we call a plateau here, and oh, I'm gonna have to change the battery in a minute. We're on the plateau here, and we always get a lot of fog. So walking along, those of you who've been following some of my Facebook posts will know that my son just finished his nursing degree, and so after his nursing science degree, he had a job interview just slightly before finishing it, actually, and was offered a job, psychogeriatric stuff. Very nice. I'm very happy. But it kind of like hits you in the face all of a sudden. I'll have to be back 2 seconds. I am back. Well, the battery went like from 27 minutes to empty, and so actually, anyway, whatever. Yeah, so I was talking about my son. It kind of hits you in the face all of a sudden. It's like, whoa, now he's really out of the coop. Well, yes and no. You know how things are. I mean, you're a parent all your life, aren't you? But still, I mean, he's going to get like real wages, and I'm going to have to discuss like transfers of stuff. I mean, up to now over in Switzerland we have very expensive health care and, you know, stuff like that, and what transition things over. I mean, I'm not going to like dump all the expenses in one go in his lap, but give him time to build up. And like, I know he's going to eventually have to get a car. For the moment, well, he'll be using what I call my cashmobile. We had a second car, an older, well, a smaller one I should say, which he'll be using in the meantime. I'll try and have it on the weekend so I can go geocaching. But when things like this happen, when, you know, like life-changing, for him it's life-changing, and for us as well, you kind of stand back and look and say, life isn't always really a game, isn't it? Sometimes it's the real thing. I don't know, maybe it's because I haven't learned to take myself always as serious as I should, or what. It's like all of a sudden it's like, wow. It's like I'm looking out and looking at that and saying, this is happening, isn't it? Yeah. You know, it goes both ways. Or we're getting kind of like up on the apex, and I don't mean apex in the sense of a great thing. Apex meaning of an inflection point of things. When you get to my age, coming up to 60 before very long, you have aging parents, and that is a fact of life. Things are going sometimes good, sometimes less good. Your children are not children anymore. I mean, we don't have grandchildren yet. Most of the people that are listening or watching this do. So I know some of you don't. But I mean, you're like saying, yeah, we've been through that. Well, I haven't, so I know. But the thing is it's an inflection point. And if I look at it, like, usually life is kind of, you can say it's up and downs, but usually there's one point where it's the apex, and then it kind of, you could say all goes down. I don't know. Going down a hill doesn't mean that things are going for the worse, actually. So going downhill does not always have to be a bad thing. Yeah, things with life. You never know, and that's the whole thing about life, which is a nice, I find a nice adventure. And that is what it is, really, an adventure. Maybe I shouldn't have used the word nice, but I mean, it's an adventure. You just never kind of know ahead of time. And up to now, I've tried, not always managed, but I have tried to take it, you know, each day has its own joys, its own pains. So let's try and live it that way. Because in a way, am I a fatalist? No, I'm a believer. Is that I know that I can only control a certain amount of things, and I mean, and ultimately I can't control anything. So finally, you just kind of play the game and have faith. That's what I say. I'm a believer. Maybe, I mean, I know that some of you will say, well, yeah, we believe differently. It's okay. That's your problem, not mine. Oh, so as I'm walking along, like I was saying, it's always kind of nice to look at things like that when they're in the shade, in the fog. Yeah, nice and hazy. Yesterday, being in the mountains as I was for work, I mean, it was really warm, lovely blue skies, and that is one thing when you live in Switzerland or anywhere where you have high mountains and you're like in the valley. Winter is really a mountain season. It's where the sun is. And down here is where the fog is. I don't know, I mean, like I can see like people that have well, winter depression. I'm thinking of Andy Sofekwig. I know that he has problems in winter because of the lack of sun. So I guess that he would not be, would definitely not be the perfect person to be down here in the valleys, you know, around the plateau. You'd have to be a mountain man, Andy. Yeah. Is that all for today? Yeah, I guess it is. You know, just kind of like walking along. And anyway, you know, I've realized that when you vlog regularly like I do, well, you know, you have things to say, you have sometimes just less. You're talking to yourself up to a point as much as you're talking to the other people. And the advantage of that is that you just kind of like let things go. That is one of the things that happens, I was going to say, when you're a regular vlogger, is that you kind of let things go. You disperse them into your vlog, and it's good. It's good for your morale. It's verbalizing. Look it up in pop psychology. It's always a good thing to verbalize. And you know what's also good? It's a good thing sometimes to shut up. And that's what I'm going to do now. So DC signing off. Have a great Thursday, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.